alcohol content. What's going on? We are back with another episode. And before we get all into that, who are we drinking with? We got Ryan.
Well, hello there.
Hey, howdy. We got Rick.
Yoda.
And you got me, Austin.
You say Yoda?
Yoda.
Yoda.
Big Star Wars fans here, you know. We just say hi by saying Yoda.
Yoda.
We have something a little fancy, or at least it looks fancy.
It sure looks fancy.
Rick, what are we drinking today?
We've got a duo of Angel's Envy bourbon finished in port barrels and Angel's Envy rye finished in Caribbean rum casks.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, and we've already poured the Angel's Envy. What we have right now is the bourbon, which I think is 86.6 proof. And
Aged for 6 months in
Portuguese.
Port
Yeah. Port. Yeah.
So finished. It's finished in port barrels, aged in white oak normally.
Yeah.
Like bourbon.
So these, I think they're renowned just because of the pretty bottles. That's
Absolutely.
I look at them and I see elegance. I see expensive whiskey, maybe, you know?
Yes.
So this is something that is going to be sitting on people's shelves. People would give this as gifts for sure. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. We're going to find out if we like it today because I haven't had any of these before. So, I'm excited just to see if it lives up to its beautiful curves.
I remember when these first came out when I was working in a liquor store, and that it was a huge gift bottle. Both of these were.
Yeah.
Because of the look. So,
all right.
Let's see if it's worth the look.
Well,
and I think they launched in 2011 or something like that. It's been a while when they first launched. They didn't have their own distillery yet. They were sourcing rumored from MGP, now Ross and Squibb.
Well, I think now in 2016 they opened up their distillery.
I think it opened in 2016. So this is aged about 6 years. And then how long did you say it was finished in the port?
6 months.
6 months or whatever.
So this could be their own stuff. It might still be sourced.
Yeah.
It might be a blend of some kind. We don't really know.
It's about, I think about 18% rye. So like 72% corn, 18% rye in this particular bourbon. The nose, I'm telling you, the nose matches the bottle. Like the bottle's beautiful, and I'm really digging this nose. I can smell the fruitiness of the port.
And just as a reminder, we are drinking the port bourbon. The bourbon,
first. Yeah, the bourbon, 86.6 proof. Don't know why I can't say that today,
but a little light, just on the nose. You can see that it's lacking in some proof.
For sure,
it's low very proof. Light. You can get your schnoz in there.
To me, the port, like you get the port on it, and it's kind of mixing with the sweetness of the bourbon. And to me, it gets a very almost candy-like quality to the nose.
Yeah,
almost like an artificial sweetness, because it's got the like whatever proof does come through. There's the sweetness with that proof, and then this fruity sweetness. So to me, it's like a candy.
I'm definitely getting. I'm picking up corn grain in it too.
Yeah, it's not super it's a very light nose, obviously, because lighter on the proof, but definitely sweet.
But there's the fruits, the underlying fruits come through. That's the nice part of the nose for me.
It's like a rye port almost. It's a little bit of spice, but you definitely get that ruby port notes.
Yeah.
Give the old taster.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hot take.
Uh-oh.
This is way too hot for how low the proof is.
Too hot.
It comes in.
It burns. And if for 86 proof, my God. And you kind of lose the port. There's like a wisp of it. A whisper.
What I feel like is left over is a mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Like the residue of the aged barrels.
The memory of port.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Whoa. How much does this cost?
This used to actually, ironically, used to cost more, but now it's about $45 to $55. Back in the day,
back in the day, it was 50.
I know, but it's actually gone down a little bit, and inflation's gone up, and
That's interesting. Oof, That's a rough price point for this.
It's a
Definitely, it's funny. Like when something has this low proof, I'm like, well, why not just up the proof? Well, this one is already hot, so upping the proof definitely probably wouldn't help this, and it would probably just not carry too much more because
which they do have a cask strength.
Yeah,
there is a cask strength
which
bourbon.
Maybe I'm talking out my ass, and maybe it's better. This just the mid palate is what is everything that's there. This is a really heavy, malty mid palate. And I think a lot of the mouthfeel is obviously coming from the port barrels and things like that. But it's a heavy brown sweet note, like a baking kind of sweet, like a pastry without any glaze or anything, like a muffin almost. And it just, that same flavor just stays throughout your palate. So there's no like back end for me. It's just the same flavor the whole time. It's not evolving.
To me, yeah, the back on the finish, I'm just left with like alcohol.
Yeah.
A little bit astringent too.
I like cinnamon.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I like cinnamon,
wood spice.
Actually left on my tongue, like just left over from some sort of pastry. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, Ryan, that the port is just, I'm not even sure I can pick it out on the taste. Yeah. The nose, was
dust in the wind.
I think maybe, for me, and it's not fair, I had three sips, but for me, maybe the Angels got the better part of the share of this particular bourbon.
I'm envious of the Angels.
Yeah,
this is lackluster, is how I would describe this.
For sure.
Especially for how cool this bottle is and the marketing behind it.
Now,
like, this does not stack up.
Now, let me speak from a marketer's point of view and maybe the distiller's point of view. This is a good-looking bottle for not a super steep price range. Who are you going to get this for? A lot of people might really enjoy this.
Oh, and a lot of people do enjoy it for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that sweetness is there. It's almost all it has is the sweetness. And then it's like, oh yeah, but it's alcohol and it burns. You know, like it's someone who isn't super familiar with all the other types of alcohol, the different proof levels. This is definitely a whiskey to just get someone as a gift. Anybody. You could give this to anybody.
But you know what? So you remember the Bowman brothers, or John J. Bowman bottles? They have a port finished bourbon as well. And
for sure.
Anybody, if you like this, try that bottle. I think it's less expensive and it will destroy this one.
Well, you definitely can taste the port finish in the Bowman.
I think that one's better whiskey. The port's more prominent.
I think the port is maybe hiding some not so great alcohol.
And it couldn't even do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a gimmicky one.
Well, this is for me. It's sort of cool to have this on your shelf. It looks really, really cool, but I don't think I'd ever really much grab for it. But again, everybody's palate different, things like that. But this isn't one that I would go back to personally.
There's too much burn.
For sure.
It's not smooth.
No.
Even if you're not a connoisseur or like super snobby like us, you want something smooth. There's so many other bottles that are smooth. This is not one of them.
I did get this on sale, so let me change the perspective. Would you spend $40 on this?
No.
Okay. Because that's how much I spent on it.
I wouldn't want, I don't want this. I wouldn't buy this again.
Okay.
Hot take.
Yeah. So I just took a big swig to finish it. Lots of wood enveloping my tongue. That's the most wood I've had so far, and it was a big sip. But still,
to me, there's some typical bourbon things going on, but there's sort of an astringent wood spice at the back end or whatever. That's not very pleasant.
So I have heard great things about this rye.
I've had this quite a while ago.
Yeah, we have recommended this rye for a good gift because it has good juice, supposedly.
Yeah.
And it looks really pretty, just like the bourbon. I would not, after tasting the bourbon, I would not recommend that bottle. Now, am I disappointed I have it? No. I would love to compare that to other port finished things. love to compare the stuff.
Well, and they also, to be fair, they also, I mean, they weren't the absolute first necessarily, but they sort of started or jump-started the craze of that Americans are getting into now of that
finishing.
Scotch is known for a long time and finishing in different barrels. So I tip my hat there, and I might be tipping my hat more just on the smell of this rye,
Butterscotch.
which is 100 proof. The rye is 100 proof, so right there, I guess we're
Big difference.
proving ourselves to be a little bit of snobs because it's 100 proof.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's. I think it's 95 rye, 5% malted barley, the mash bill for this one.
Which is always a great way to do a rye.
And I think this is 6 to 8 years, potentially, and then finished in Caribbean rum cask.
Yeah.
That comes through a lot.
But so does rye come through a lot.
That nose is spectacular. Whoa, wowza.
Butterscotch bomb.
But with a weird Caribbean fruit note. Like,
I'm getting,
that is,
I swear I'm getting coconut.
oh man. That is like a what's a Caribbean drink that?
Pina colada?
Daiquiri,
Yeah, like a pina
daiquiri.
colada. Man.
But there's definitely, it's married though with, I'm definitely getting a little mint from the rye and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's like this barrel of scent, and it's hard to kind of figure out what the nuance is. It's just blasting my nostrils, and it's like, this smells like whatever it is, and your brain can't decipher it, but it smells so good, and it's tingling my brain.
It's
Yeah.
It's a bit tingly.
This, my one negative though, and it's not necessarily too negative, it smells a little syrupy. It's like a little bit heavy on the deep sweetness that kind of like sends me a different direction.
On the taste, I just tasted it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too syrupy because there is such a strong rye spice component that it's like,
I'm so excited.
it's super minty and super like rye spicy. So you still have the sweetness, but it just punches you with rye.
What
Wow.
the hell
Yeah.
did I just put in my mouth?
Wow. That's what, yeah.
Yeah, if I had a nickel.
Wow.
This tastes like
Mm.
waffles.
Mm.
This is waffles, folks. This is waffles in a bottle.
Well,
What are you saying?
if they're
tastes
made
like
out of rye,
waffles.
I will give you at the end for me. I am getting a waffle and syrup flavor for a finish. Not initially. I'm getting rye. I'm getting beat around by rye in a very good way. Okay, but then in the end, it's like a Belgian waffle and syrup finish.
What is did they ever make like a waffle cereal? Didn't they?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Wasn't it like Waffle Crisp or something?
Yeah. This is like Waffle Crisp.
It's taken Austin back. I was going to say to the childhood, but probably 2 weeks ago.
No, Dad, not the belt. Sorry, guys, I'm having some PTSD here. Jeez Louise, this bottle is therapy. Holy cow!
Over here with Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
Wow,
guys. Whoa! I will not have another glass.
No, this is dessert.
Holy
for
scheisse.
sure. Yeah. Oh,
that Caribbean
our German viewers.
Oh,
cover your ears.
Sorry. Earmuffs.
That Caribbean cast, definitely that rum comes through. And I'm going to say even 2/3 of the way through now, it's waffles with syrup.
Whoa.
So that's the sweet element. But the rye balance, I mean, the rye is up there fighting at first.
Yeah.
In a great way.
The rye spice and the offensive parts of the rye are the core of it.
Yeah.
And then it's just drizzled and like rounded out with all of the sweetness
Oh,
from the rum
yeah.
barrel.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yep.
This was about an $85 or
No,
90.
this is 95.
Yeah.
$95
After taxes, this is over $100.
Ooh.
So,
Well, still, this is unique. This is a unique dram for sure.
so you're going to pay for it, obviously. But the difference in quality between these two bottles is leaps and bounds.
For sure.
Not even in the same room.
Yeah, like I wouldn't believe that these are the same distillery if they weren't in the same bottle next to each other.
What
That's
a wild bottle.
Just when I think you couldn't get any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
That's
Yeah, this folks,
Wow.
I think I could sit here for another hour and a half and just gush over this bottle.
And you're gonna sit here with us.
It turns out this is a long episode, so buckle up.
Buttercup. Speaking of butter, the waffles and syrup have a couple big pads of butter in there too. So it's sort of a little bit, Ryan, you were talking on the nose, a little butterscotchy too with the waffles and syrup. Like there's butter, melting also.
Yeah.
That's amazing, but yet that rye spice.
It's like that cheap like diner butter that they put on your waffles at a really good old waffles place. Yeah. And it just kind of hangs on your tongue a little bit.
That's the plus on Waffles Plus, right?
This is, so as a fan of rye, I love the single character of rye, like all of the mint, the spice, the dill pickle, all of that. This is taking it the complete other direction where it's taking that spice, but it's adding the sweetness, and it's a very strange match.
It's the opposites attract
Exactly
mentality for this bottle.
But then it's also taking something that's difficult to balance, which is syrup. Like the syrup.
Right.
This could even go higher in proof to even balance it out more, in my opinion. Because
Maybe.
The syrup is really strong there, and the rye redeems it at the end of the palate. So you do kind of like, whoa, this is overwhelming, but then it comes back and it controls it.
Yeah.
This one, the bourbon, the port that they're finished in port, I could smell that on the nose. It didn't show up on the flavor at all. This one finished in Caribbean rum cask. Oh, it shows up in a large way. In all the right ways. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm going to say that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thumbs down, thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
Folks, we are on vacation. We are going to the Caribbean. We need to get us some rum casks and start aging some rye in rum casks because, whoa.
It's fun. It's definitely fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's delectable.
Woo! Well, I'm going to give you my opinion. If you can find the Angel's Envy bourbon on sale, pick it up. Maybe try it, see if you like it. Ryan's going to disagree.
Hard disagree.
You may not like it. I don't think it's the best whiskey out there. It's not that great for the price range, unfortunately.
Let's put it this way. I bought a bourbon Angel's Envy 5 or 6 years ago, and I still have a bourbon Angel's Envy with maybe this much out.
If you like the Angel's Envy bourbon, there's no problem with that. You can like it, but watch more of our episodes. You're going to find something you like better and probably cheaper.
Definitely. That's what we're about here. Alcohol content is about the value, and there's not very much value in this one. But the rye, this is an interesting one. This is a gift. This is a blow somebody away. Like, what the hell is this bottle?
Yeah.
This is if you want to give someone a curveball, it's going to be pricey, but it lives up to it. Wow. I think this could be something you give to, someone who thinks they like whiskey even, and they'll be like, what is this?
Yeah.
And they're probably going to enjoy it because it's sweet and it's balanced.
I think the Angel's Envy Rye should be, you should have a little drink of that and then a little drink of Lafroig, and then you got your waffles and syrup and bacon breakfast, baby.
Oh, wow. There we go.
We're just going to create a Denny's Grand Slam through whiskey.
Of whiskeys.
Well, there you have it, folks. You got your new breakfast morning routine. You like the episode because of our breakfast tips, and you subscribe because you want to see more of this content. Comment, let us know. Do we have hot takes on this Angel's Envy bourbon? Are we wrong? Are we right? I want to know what you think because this thing's, I think, pretty popular. So let us know. And make sure you subscribe to see more. And you hit the little bell icon to get notified of our new episodes, which come out every Thursday or Friday. Depends. Okay, sometimes our schedule is a little busy, folks.
Depends on Kenny Romano.
Yeah, it depends on our producer, Kenny. So there you go.